to be a she.
Them.
Yeah.
Her, him, they, them.
It seems like they, them would be the easiest one on this one.
Join us every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. for the Artist Exchange radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Okay.
All right.
Well, how about that? Welcome to another edition of Living a Rich Life, a talk show for people who believe in change in all aspects of life. I'm your host, Rich James, and I believe living a rich life is made up of 6 elements: goals and opportunity, good health, strong relationships, financial freedom, philanthropy, and financial freedom. Today, we're going to focus on extraordinary experiences. With that being said, today our guests today are probably one of the more known in the DMV area. They're providing wedding, party, private parties, corporate events, bar and clubs, and school dance services to the DMV and surrounding areas. Members of the Baltimore Disc Jockey Association. A professional, which I love this part, professional husband and wife owned and operated mobile DJ company. All right. Their company phrase is today's events, tomorrow's memories. I like that. So please welcome the founders of Timeless Events Entertainment, Mrs. Tami Horton-Jones and Mr. Troy Horton-Jones.
Hi, how you guys doing? Thank you again for having us on.
Absolutely. So let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Let's get right into it. Tell us about who you two are. I want to know how you met. Right?
Okay. That's going to be a long one.
We got an hour or so, and then get us into timeless events. Oh, my mic check there. All right. So tell us about Horton-Jones.
You want to take this one?
Sure. How we met?
Yes.
Okay. So we went to high school together, and Troy approached me, but I wasn't kind of feeling him.
Okay.
Yeah.
High school sweetheart.
Yeah.
You got to tell them the whole story.
You tell the story.
Okay. I approached her.
Then I'll correct you.
And you always say that I said to you, I don't remember exactly what I said. I said, are you the girl who came up to Bloom grocery store for a job interview? Because I worked at the grocery store at the moment. I was a bagger. I used to bag the groceries, push the carts. And that's what she said. She said, I asked her, was she the girl at the grocery store?
You said, are you the girl that applied to the grocery store? I didn't even see him. So I was like, dropping off my application.
That's the story, and you're going to stick to it. Okay.
And then, we've been together ever since.
Yes.
So since high school sweethearts.
High school sweethearts, yes.
Okay, so it kind of makes sense that you came together to do this, and I love the fact that it's a husband-wife combo. I love that. So how did you come up with the name Timeless Events? Was it a timeless moment when you met? Tell us how you came up with Timeless Events.
Didn't come up with the name.
It gotta be. You got a nice slogan.
I would say because when I feel like when it comes to, because we focus more on the DJing aspect, and when it comes to DJing, especially when you're doing weddings, yes, the photographer captures the moment, the food's good, and everything's going right, but the DJ is the one who creates those moments.
Ties everything together.
Yes.
Makes it timeless.
Yes.
Okay.
We create those moments. We get the song going that makes you dance. When you do your garter toss and there's stuff like that, like we make the moments happen. We help it flow.
Okay.
I feel like in order to capture those moments on like photos and stuff like that, for them to be memorable, the music and the atmosphere has to be good.
Okay, so it's a combination. So I'm big on memories, and I have a segment that's called a Rich Life Moment in Time. So we'll get into that. But I'm big on memory, so I'm excited the fact that having event planners on the show once again because it's that time of the year, right? Right? Is this a busy time for you all?
Yes, very busy time.
So because you do, what's some of the events, the type of events that you do?
Holiday parties.
Yep, we got a couple of those coming up. Holiday parties.
Wedding renewals.
Yep.
Wedding renewals.
Yes.
Christmas
The anniversary renewals.
Holiday parties.
We have a couple weddings coming up. Just got done with homecoming season coming off of that.
Okay.
So a lot of high school homecomings.
Okay, I was gonna say home. When I think of homecomings, I go straight to college.
Yeah, college, but high schools as well. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right.
Do it all.
So what do you find some events easier than others?
Yeah. Like I said, for the high school stuff, that's easy. They just want to hear the newest stuff that's out there, and I just listen to them, and I try to find the cleanest version I can, and then we play that. The most acceptable version.
Okay.
But yeah, our favorite is definitely the weddings. It's fun.
More one-on-one.
Yeah. We like to get to know our clients.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's not just say we meet up once. We like to sit down with them and initial before even signing the contract and just see, like, we actually talk to them like the same way you're talking to us. How'd you guys meet? And stuff like that. We just get down to it, and then we stay in contact with them, and we meet up again before the wedding. Sometimes we go out with them and check the venue out, and we actually get to know them. We get to know their family. It's more personal.
So when you mentioned venues, right? So what is the best way to choose an event venue? So if you're not doing a wedding, because generally they like to pick the venue, right? But if you're having a different type of event, right, you might go out and pick the venues. That's something that your company would do when you're planning some of these events, right? Somebody like, hey, I want to have a party. I'm gonna have a 30th celebration. Run with it.
So we would go off of location, about, like, of course, where they are and how far they plan on traveling, and then we will also go on what's their feel, what are they looking for. Like, if you want to do like a barnyard, you want to do contemporary, your kind of theme. Like, it's locations in Maryland is great for it. There's locations everywhere. You can get anything you want. They have beach locations. They have a castle. You ever been like the Cloisters Castle where Jada and Will got married? There's an actual castle you can go get married in. So like Maryland has a little bit of everything.
And Maryland is an actual castle.
Yeah. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith got married there.
Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know they had a castle. I didn't know that's a special thing. So I'll imagine that there's deadlines.
Yes.
And things of that nature. So how do you kind of prioritize competing event deadlines, right? Have you ever had to do an event, more than one event, in, let's say, a 30-day period or a 2-week period?
We've done some back to back. Leave one, go to another.
Wow. Okay. So business is good.
Yeah.
Okay. The business is good. And how long have you been in business?
How long officially? Because we've been doing it since high school, but then like that's before we like got the business title and everything, got the name out. Like I
gotta have some level. 7 years.
7 years. Yeah. It has been 7 years.
How long y'all been together?
Don't ask me that.
Answer that. Right.
Been together. Hold on.
Long? Oh, see that?
Like 11 years.
11 years. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, folks want to know.
After a while, you just gotta stop counting. That's a lot of numbers to keep up.
I'll put the 20th year in my calendar.
There you go.
He said, I'm gonna remember this one, baby. I'm gonna remember this one. Okay. One of the things that we do here on Living a Rich Life, we have fun, so we're gonna continue. We're gonna have some fun. Got a couple of games lined up.
Okay.
Gonna be pretty exciting. You know. I ain't gonna ask you to strap up or anything and put on some boxing gloves. Nothing like that. But I do want to talk about some of the things that you have coming up in the works. One thing in particular, I believe, is called Queen Excellence. But I want to continue to dig in and kind of learn that event planning industry, right?
Okay.
So how do you keep up with industry trends and news, right? Because you DJ, I assume, Troy, you DJ. How do you keep up with that, right? Because you might throw a function for folks in their 60s and then turn around and you know, the younger folks, the millennials, are a sweet 16. How do you literally keep up with those trends?
Social media is a big thing.
Okay.
Social media, networking, talking to other DJs that do different events, because you may have a DJ that only focuses on the older crowd. He doesn't want to mess with the younger crowd. So I'll talk to him. I'll go hang out with him at one of his gigs and see what they listen to as well. And just being knowledgeable, being open to new things. Like, sometimes you gotta listen to a lot of DJs. They don't want to take requests. They're like, I don't need requests. But sometimes you gotta listen to the requests. It's like, all right, let me check the song out and see if it like.
Shout out to G Storm. That's my brother. He's
That's
one
your
of those
brother.
DJs.
Your request. It's a discretion thing. I'm not playing every request, but I will check it out to see if it's a great song.
That is funny. That is hilarious. Okay. What was some of probably your most successful event planning experiences or experience, right? 8-10 years, you've been in the game for 10 years, right? So you got to have an event that just really jumped out at you, like, oh, I enjoyed working with this client.
I really like working with all of them.
Yes.
But few that stand out, Layla and Thomas.
Yes, that was actually our first wedding.
That was our first wedding. And
friend from high school. I was really good friends with Thomas. He went to the military. We lost contact. And he was dating his wife Layla in high school. And then she reached out to me and said, "Hey, I want you to DJ our wedding." And we haven't done weddings before, and I was like really nervous about that. I was like, no, I don't think I would do that. I pushed her off and gave her all these other DJs I knew that was very good at doing weddings. Like, they've been doing it for 20 years, 30 years plus. They can really take care of you. She said, no, we want you to do our wedding. So I was like, all right. So that's when we went all out. We went all out. We went all out, and she was very, very organized with it. Actually,
detailed. She rated her songs from 1 to 10. She had columns. I've never seen anyone.
She had a spreadsheet on everything she wanted. Some people would say
my life.
Like that was obsessive, but it helped out. It helped us out to knock out our first wedding, to actually do it well. And that's when we read up and we watching YouTube videos or reading books on how to MC and stuff like that. So that wedding definitely stands out because it pushed us in a new direction. Okay,
yeah. And weddings. So again, my guest last week, she stays away from weddings. Because weddings can be, so you had a good client that was organized. Sounded like she knew what she wanted. Yeah. Right. So. How would you handle a challenging client? Because you've been in the game, right?
We definitely have those. Yes.
How do you handle those challenges?
We try and email them, call them, meet up with them, and every time we meet up with them, what is a good way we can get in contact with you? They're like, oh, you could text us, call us, and you don't hear from them. You'll text them and you'll call them, and it's nothing. And then it's okay, your wedding is in the month. I have no music. I have no nothing. I don't know anything that's going on. So we try and meet up with them again, get everything, and just make it work.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes. It's like pulling teeth. Yeah, because their mind is they've never been married before. They don't know what to do, so they are all over the place. It's I know I need to do this. I know I need to do this. Sometimes we fall off the table for them or something like that. And another good thing that helps us is the connection, going out and networking with other vendors. So we know some caterers and stuff like that. So when we do book a wedding with a client, it's oh, I know that person, so I can contact that person directly. It's hey, have you been in touch with our bride? We haven't talked to them. Yeah, we just talked to them. I was well, can you try to tell them to talk to me? Give me a call next time you meet up with them or something like that. So that helps us out.
Okay. So how do you manage kind of event budgets, right? Let's talk about that, because I've seen some events that they're pretty nice, and then I turn around and I see some events and their budget probably was real shaky. Yeah. See, Tami know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay, no judgment, but these things happen, right? How do you manage,
You got to be upfront with them. Hey, what is your budget? What is how much you're looking to spend, and we got to keep you realistic.
Right. Because they watch David Tutera on Pinterest.
Okay.
They don't have David Tutera or Pinterest funds, which is understandable. No one realistically has that kind of money. They are spending like $100,000 on a wedding, and your average day person doesn't have that much money. So you can have that stuff. You just have to be economical about it.
Yeah, we just got to keep it realistic with them. Like, hey, you're not going to be able to do this, but we can try this and this. So just
like try to improvise.
Yeah, being upfront with them and telling them like what you can get for what money and how much stuff usually go for. That's the kind of way we stay budget friendly with everyone and keep on budget.
Yes.
I know that. Yeah, that budget is something else. That is definitely something else. So let's talk about first. Let's let the folks know how they can get in contact with you. Right? What's your tags? What all the social media, your website, which I've seen your website. I think it's pretty cool.
Yes.
So please share with the folks how they can get in contact.
Yeah, she doesn't do the social media thing. She's completely off of it, but I'm on it. You could find it on Facebook is Timeless Events ENT. On Instagram is timeless_T Jones. You can also reach us on our websites and website that's going to be timelesseventsent.com.
Okay. Yeah, that social media is. I'm really getting up to speed myself.
Yeah.
It's like a full-time job.
And then keeping up with the different algorithms because they always changing it. Like this year they just changed how Instagram works, and you just got to keep up with it.
Yeah, you can get lost.
That's a whole nother job.
Yeah, you can definitely get lost in the source when it comes to the social media. Okay, so let's get into the Queen Excellence event. Okay, let's talk about that. So tell us more about that. Tell me more about that. I've seen some things on social media. It looks like it's going to be a pretty hot event. Again, it's at a friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, is at his lounge, his lounge center, which is a beautiful spot. So tell us more about this, the Queen Excellence. I like the name too.
Thank you.
Tami, did you come up with that? Okay.
Yes. Well, you're going to give me credit?
Yeah, both of us.
You better take it out.
I'll take it. I don't get it much.
Okay.
So it's an event geared towards women for women empowerment.
Okay.
Just trying to empower mainly black females, but all females are welcome. Don't want to make anyone feel like they're not welcome. But I feel like as black females, we kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit. We don't get the credit that we deserve. So it's an event so you can get credited.
Okay. That's fine. We just want to push the entrepreneurship and push ownership as well. Not just ownership in like a sense of having a business, but just wealth in general. Because like us as black people, even us like growing up, our parents didn't own a lot.
Right. We don't have much behind your name.
Yeah. We rented a lot, and even in our community now, you don't see a lot of people owning. They go rent. They get a car. You don't have that car. That car decreases in value as soon as you leave the lot. So it's like we want to push ownership. We want to push togetherness as well. We just trying to look to build a community. See, this is like one of our first events that we're doing to help raise money so we can start doing more stuff in the community as well. Okay. So the event where we hired all business owners, black business owners, to run the event, and we have the caterers, we have the photographer, we have the bar, decor, everyone there is
the venue
as well, all black owned businesses.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we picked this venue as well. Like, I know I don't want to talk about anyone other venue, but a lot of people, they do venues is like, okay, we're doing a New Year's Eve party at this hotel and that hotel. It's but where's your money going?
Right. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to continue to talk about the Queen Excellence. And then we're going to get into a game called Either Or, which I think is always fun. It'll be the first time I have a couple. The answer should be very interesting. So we'll be right back. More Living a Rich Life talk show here on Be Exposed Radio, here featuring Tami and Troy Horton-Jones. We'll be right back. Yeah, Aldo went into got us started right quick.
was the one for me. Ever since then, we.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be the man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. Feel me? So no matter what you up against, go hard. Don't let it. Can you imagine how I really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, it's cause my father dead. Mom bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen it's less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all the homies head. I could wait for your response, but they let her hear me talk.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
Real. You right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show.
White keys only have this bitch jumping.
Okay. If I sit around, hold up. Look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah. Rebel rock. Let's do it.
If I sit around, I'ma smoke some more. Wasn't even thinking about smoke before, but I'm in my head, I'm in the bed. Don't know who I am, like I'm wearing a mask. Working mode, tell him where the cash. If you wear the cash, tell him where the cash. If you playing for you, gon' run it back. Don't make promises, but I promise that. Don't promise me, cause I ain't into that. Fell in love with that and got hurt from that. That was all over and the curtains back. Can't see you not noticing that. I'm letting it go, it ain't holding me back. Yeah, I'm on dice, but ain't come for the crap. Drinking with uncle, we only do jack. How I'm alive, I thank God for that. Praying about it, things getting better. Open it up with my name on the letter. Why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you. You know you gotta be you. Sometimes I need privacy too. Yeah, you know I ride. You know I ride, and you know you ride for me too. Yeah, you know I. Look, you like getting that.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Living a Rich Life talk show featuring Tami and Troy Horton-Jones. That's almost like a tongue twister. The hyphenated name. So during this segment, again, like I said, I kind of like to have fun, make sure everybody's comfortable. Game we call either or. Okay, so you might learn something new, you might not. You know, I never had a couple on there, so we're gonna play this game, and then we're gonna get back to the interview, talk some more Queen Excellence, thing of that nature. All right. So either or, Coke or Pepsi? Ladies first.
Coke.
I would say Pepsi.
Pepsi has a weird aftertaste.
Coke, you can clean your car battery with.
I know.
It's probably all the same, right?
They're both bad.
Right. I don't drink soda. So
Neither do I. Don't drink soda.
I really don't. But if you had to choose,
if I had to choose, I would do Coke.
Okay, I like that. I like that. And some folks like, I don't drink soda. All right, coffee or tea?
It depends.
I want to say tea.
I would do tea.
I want to say tea, but
like
sometimes
coffee, I really need it.
Yeah.
But I could do tea.
Okay.
Definitely tea.
Black and white or color?
What are we talking about?
Yeah. in relation to what? Like a movie?
Hey, look, my team just put these things together. I don't know.
I mean, if it's pictures, black and white.
I'm about to say the same thing. Like if it's a photo, I love black and white photos.
Okay,
But,
okay. Yeah, okay. All right, so live music or DJ? You know why I said that, right? Live music or DJ?
I would say live music. I can never enjoy.
I like live music.
She hates me for that. I could never enjoy going somewhere and hearing a horrible DJ.
okay, that's what kind of way.
Yeah. So I'd rather just go see a live band.
Okay. All right, jazz or classical?
Jazz.
Definitely.
Now Maryland's known. They got a lot of jazz spots here.
Yes.
Yeah, quite a few jazz spots here. I had an event at Keystone Corners. Shout out to them. That's pretty good event. All right, so let's keep it going. All right, so sports fans, because the Ravens are looking pretty good. So football or basketball? Football.
Yeah.
Are you into sports? Or are you just making that up?
Kinda. I mean, I really don't watch them, but if I was going to watch one, I would definitely watch football.
Yeah. Ravens.
I'm not a Ravens fan.
Well, where are you originally? Are you originally from Baltimore?
I am.
I'm not. I'm from all over. Well, I was born in Canada. I lived in Minnesota. I lived in Buffalo, New York. So now I'm here.
Okay.
But,
and you're a native Baltimorean?
Native Baltimorean.
Okay.
Tell you who my sports team is. My family hates me for it.
Yeah, well, tell us.
Steelers.
The Steelers.
Steelers fan. There's a story behind it and everything. So, but
oh wow, we might talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it
off the air. Okay, so we're gonna get a few.
I like you less now.
I tell you, just keep digging and digging. Oh goodness! All right, so let's talk about seasons, right? Because we talk about events. Mm-hmm. Seasons: winter or summer?
Summer.
Both summer. Okay. You folks like to travel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Troy?
Yes.
Troy like, yeah, whatever she says. Okay, spring or fall?
Fall. I like fall.
I would say fall too. I was gonna say spring, definitely fall. We
in Maryland there is no spring. It's winter, summer.
Yeah,
there's no transition period.
Yeah, the weather gets kind of crazy here. Yeah. It does get kind of crazy. I'm a native New Yorker. I lived in Chicago for a little bit, but it definitely gets a little crazy here. So, as we talk about event planning, the one thing I've seen, and especially with DJs, it's probably more geared towards you, Troy. You can do stuff on your computer now versus the two turntables. So which one are you? Are you the computer guy or are you more the...
Used to be more the computer guy, but now definitely turntables.
Yeah? Okay. That's what's up. I got a couple of pretty known folks, DJs, that we're going to get them on the show. We've had conversations, just they schedule. So, but all in all. Okay. Well, thank you for playing. That's either or. Either or.
Games.
You're going to be like, well, dang, honey, I didn't even know that. So, all right. So let's get back to Queen Excellence. All right. So first, when is that event?
It is December 31st.
Okay.
2019 at 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay. And it is give it all to me.
Okay. It's at Thrive Baltimore, which is at 6 East Lafayette Street.
Okay.
It's from 10 to 2. It has hors d'oeuvres, open bar, champagne. What else?
Champagne toast at midnight.
Yeah, champagne toast at midnight. Sorry.
We're doing.
Okay, so it's a New Year's Eve.
Yes.
New Year's Eve event. We want people to come out and enjoy themselves, and also promote black businesses. We're going to have a couple of vendors there. We don't think we have enough space to do a whole lot of different vendors, but a couple of vendors there you can actually buy stuff from as well. Okay. And there's going to be a bunch of network opportunities for people, so they can come out, pass out business cards, and just get to know people and to know new businesses. Support local.
Right.
So many people are so quick to go to Amazon to find something that they need, but it's somebody right in your backyard that can sell you what you need. That's been doing it for a while.
Yeah. That is true. Amazon is they're no joke.
Yeah.
But I
it's
think
very helpful.
Right.
We do have
for people.
We do have a lot of things within the DMV area, a lot of, whether it's clothing, services. I'm learning that as I'm going through day by day. I'm learning a lot of those different things. So, okay. So that's a New Year's Eve. So it's a New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Shing ding, so to speak. Okay. And I take it you're posting that on social media. Have you all that good stuff? And you can get your tickets now?
Yep, you can get your tickets on Eventbrite. Just search Queen Excellence. It'll come right up. Order get all your tickets.
Cool. All right. Very good. So let me ask, in terms of, when it comes to event planning, what's some characteristics that a good event planner should have? All right.
Communicating.
Okay.
Something that I don't have. That she does. Organization.
Organization.
She keeps me organized.
Schedule.
Yeah. Scheduling.
Yes.
I like to call it being respectful of people's time.
Yes.
All right.
Not be late.
Yeah, being respectful of people's time. I thank y'all for being on time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, if there were any areas that you think from, because there's always areas that you can improve, right? I think, again, my show is based on folks changing, right?
Right.
Living the best life you possibly can, living a rich life. Let me take that back. But what are some areas that you feel that timeless events could improve in? What would you like to? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at improving. What say? Hey, that you could take to the next level. What can you take to the next level for timeless events? Entertainment. Yeah, I like that.
I like to be more organized. I feel like I'm not organized enough.
Are you more critical on yourself?
Yeah, I'm very hard on myself.
I am too.
Most
you are your worst critic.
Yeah. This is true. When you have your own, you usually tend to be a little more critical on yourself. Versus others probably won't even see if something went wrong. Probably won't even see it.
Yeah.
Right. That's just my thought. That's just my thought. Okay. All right. Do you have mentees? Do you have So do you have a mentor first and foremost?
Yes.
Yeah.
Several.
She's like, who's my mentor?
I have several people that I've learned from coming up in the game. One thing I want to talk about is my Uncle Sean.
Okay.
He was like a father figure to me growing up. He was a DJ. He actually used to DJ for like 92Q back in the day and stuff like that. So he taught me how to DJ like right out of high school. And just talking to him, and then after that I connected with the Baltimore Disc Jockey Association. A lot of guys in there helped me grow to the next level, to be more professional about what I needed.
Okay.
And a very good friend of mine, DJ Jamal, he every time I want to do something in the DJ industry, I talk to him about it first, like, hey, would this be a good idea? He advised me, like, maybe you should do this or do that. So yeah.
Okay. Tammy, same question. Don't try to duck out of that, right?
I don't know.
Troy is my mentor.
Troy, I guess. Sure.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Well, yeah, because I have a question about something. I just run it by him.
Yeah. But by all means, this is the format to ask. You got a question for me? You got a question for Troy? Put it out there. We don't hold nothing back here. We want to make sure we all gonna live a rich life, because that's what we do. That's what we do. So when it comes to husband and wife, right? Which again, having couples that really gel. What would you say are some of your strengths? Other than, because I think I heard your Troy leans on you when it comes to organization.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Organization.
Your strengths.
Her strengths is blunt, being blunt,
and
not sugarcoating stuff.
Yeah,
I think that's a
very
good strength.
Blunt.
Okay, you
tell like it is.
You need that
Yes.
sometimes,
Yeah,
right?
you do.
In event planning, you probably need that
You
more
do.
often than not.
Just to be honest, like I don't want you to think. I just want you to know like how it is. I don't want to lie to you or, like you said, sugarcoat anything.
Right.
I'm just gonna give it to you straightforward. This is how it is. So.
Yeah, I want this. That looks a hot mess.
We're not doing that.
Right. Yeah.
Messy.
That could be a little challenging. So let me ask the question in terms of just event planning fundamentals, right? So I know you have the Queen Excellence event. You do the weddings and all those different things. What's just some fundamentals that folks should know when it comes to event planning? We're going to try to help those that are watching and listening, right? So what's just some basic fundamentals? I think we said organized.
Yeah,
Which
you definitely have to be organized. Like, you can't stress that enough.
Okay.
Like, you need to be organized. Like, I know like a lot of people are like on their phones with apps. I'm old school. I get paper and a pen and I write it down. I got papers and pens all over the house. Notes all the time.
Here we go. Here's a pen for you.
You never have too many pens.
There's a pen for you too.
Be organized. Like, have your finances organized. Yeah, you have to have your money right.
I feel like also being available to people.
Yeah.
Make yourself available to your clients. I'm not saying all times, but be pretty accessible if they need questions answered and stuff like that.
Okay.
Just having a positive attitude and being personable with people, talking to them, getting to know them. Everyone's in the age of social media. Everyone's treated like a transaction nowadays sometimes.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you actually sit down and get to talk to people and get to know people, that's the one thing I strongly focus on. Personable. Yes, being personal with people, and you'll get a different outcome.
Right.
I feel like.
Right. Yeah, I will have to say that I think sometimes, I've been blessed. Again, this talk show has awarded me to go to a lot of different events these days. And I went to an event not too long ago, and it seemed like everybody was on their phone versus talking to each other. And again, it was a younger event.
Right.
But I was like, okay. Your communication skills is lacking, right?
Some people don't know how to hold a conversation. They're always on their phone. Like, they could type it out to you, but they can't verbally say what they mean.
Yeah, well, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I text my daughter, hey, I need you to come downstairs. Now, back in the days, Richie! Y'all can't call me Richie. Y'all don't leave me that long. My mother had me come just to change the channel on the TV or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And bring her some
Hand
food.
me the remote.
Yeah. You do know that remote is right there.
Right.
I tell you. Okay, all right. So, we'll keep it going. So, outside of Queen Excellence, what other events that you have going? Because that's not until December. This is November.
Yeah.
I can't believe the year is almost over.
Almost over.
Crazy. Tell us what else you got in the works, if anything.
Next year we're looking to do a lot more events. What do you want to do? Because we talked about it. I would like to do a father-daughter dance. I think that would be a great one to do. What else was it?
I wanted to do a
Valentine's Day event. We are vegan. We want to do a vegan Valentine's Day party.
A vegan Valentine's Day party. Is it Valentine's?
Valentine's.
Valentine's?
Yes.
Okay.
I may have said times, but times.
So y'all vegans?
Yes.
Okay. I won't hold that against you.
If you look at the website, see our old pictures, you see what we did. We both lost 80 pounds each.
Cutting off. Shoot, I ain't lying. I can wake up to a pork chop.
I ain't mad at you.
Just let it be clear. But I have changed my diet. I definitely, because again, living a rich life is about good health. So I had to change my diet. That's one of the things. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So okay. So you got a few things coming down the pike. You're looking for 20. So you're starting to plan now for 2020.
Yes, for 2020.
You ready for Thanksgiving?
No.
I don't think we're ever ready for Thanksgiving.
Like we were just talking the other day, it's like everything's coming up so quickly. It's like I didn't think it was gonna be Thanksgiving already, but yeah, we gotta do a little bit more shopping in the morning, and then after that, spend some time with the family.
Thanksgiving.
It is Thanksgiving,
The stores are open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know that. So let's talk about that. All right, how do you feel? Not just as event planners, but just as individuals, right? Because times have changed. I remember stores were not even open.
Right. Like stores were closed at 10.
They were closed.
And you burnt that stuffing.
You were in trouble. You was done. You was done. Right? You have to eat your aunt's stuffing that you really want to eat her stuff.
Nobody say likes, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. I tell you, my aunt, may she rest in peace, boy, she used to make these cakes. Ooh, she used to make these lemon cakes. Lord have mercy. If the food was messed up, that cake made up. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So the fact that the stores are opening now, they're opening at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right? So, how do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
It's convenient. It's convenient, but it does.
Well, that's what folks are doing now.
Yeah,
It's convenient.
It's horrible for the people.
Yeah, I know Bed Bath and Beyond is open tomorrow. I think from 5.
Sound like your store.
It is a store.
But I don't think it's fair to them because normally that's when Thanksgiving dinner starts. Is at 5.
It's like people need their family time.
Right.
They do.
Well, they all worry about the dollar.
They worry about the dollar a little bit too
wrong
much.
with society, I feel like nowadays.
I will tell you the fact that every year folks line up to get a TV. Now, first of all, if you got to buy a TV every damn year,
right? You're buying
the wrong damn TV.
Exactly.
Folks be lining up, and it's always a sight. I'm thinking about being out there just to get some living a rich life footage.
You get some footage of what's going on.
Right. This is not living a rich life.
It's not.
It's not.
Folks is just
TV.
TVs and everything. I mean, I've seen some stuff. Yeah, so I want to get your take on that. That's
running each other over for the items
I feel
and stuff like
it's
that.
Wrong. I feel like if you are standing in line to do that, you need to be standing in line to vote.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation, right? Shoot, they make that an event in itself. Between that and that sandwich, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You stay. Well, see, you said it, not me. You said it, not me. You know, I tell you that's something else. That is definitely something else. All right, so let's see what else we can talk about here. So, have you ever had an event that just didn't go like you planned?
Oh,
it just
yes.
Yes, and I explain that to keep going back to weddings, but I explain that to brides and stuff when we do our expos, and I talk to them about what we provide for them. And I say, well, when I'm DJing and I'm emceeing, her job is to run around and make sure everything flows correctly, because it may seem odd, but it's every wedding. Something does not go as planned.
Nothing ever goes as planned.
Yeah. I was like, we'll have a whole timeline drawn out, but you got to be flexible to be able to roll with it. Like, okay, this went wrong. Something happened here. Something happened there, and we got to change this around, do this and do that. So, and I try to explain that to them all the time, and
they're like, no, it'll be fine.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be perfectly fine. We'll be all right. Okay, all right.
I'm telling you.
Like, we had. What was that one wedding? Someone ended up in the lake.
Yeah.
They like dove in the lake?
Yeah.
Just jumped in the lake.
Open bar got to him.
Now that's real. That's real. He said the open bar got to him. Okay. Now, did you ever think this is what when you was a kid? Hey, I want to be an event planner. It just kind of fell into your lap. You kind of, hey, I'm good at this and bringing folks together. I'm good at DJing. So now I got to come to sadly to say, I've never been to any of your events. But I'm glad
to change that.
Yeah, we most definitely will. Most definitely will. So I'm glad that we made this connection. So now I have to come to an event, check it out, and I'm going to see. I might come up to this. Can I hear this song? just like, because.
At my discretion, I'll play.
Well, at least I know. So let's talk about how do you attract new customers and new clients, right? How do you generally do that, right? So versus, folks might refer, right? And I'm hoping that this catapults folks to start reaching. Okay, because again, I didn't know. Not to say I'm the most popular guy. I'm the most unknown, well-known person there is. But I think how do folks, generally folks will reach out, but how do you, in terms of timeless events, secure and go out and get new clients?
We do expos, a lot of wedding expos, open houses at different venues as well.
Okay.
They'll have brides and grooms come in, and then that's what I said, most of our stuff comes from the wedding industry. So then, like, I'll do a wedding, and then someone that have a birthday party, they have a sweet 16. Hey, we heard you here, we heard you there. So a lot of it is word of mouth.
Okay. So outside of wedding planning and events, Tell us what's some other hobbies that you like to do. I heard you say you like to travel.
Like to travel, work out.
Yes, workout is a lot. Kayaking. You love to do that.
Hiking.
Hiking as well.
Oh, you're outdoor folks.
Yes.
That's why I like the summer.
Oh.
There's
Outdoor
nothing
folks.
to do.
This is a new thing for us too. Within the last 2 years, we completely changed our lives around. Like I said, with the health thing, we saw that we needed change. I was like 280 before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So just working out, running a lot. So I like to run. I did the Baltimore 10-miler. Oh, that was the last big one I did over the summertime.
You ran 10 miles?
Yeah.
What was your time? Remember?
What was the time? Oh, I did the terrain race as well. That's an obstacle course race.
Something recent.
My time for the 10-miler, I believe it was 90 minutes. I believe it's 90 minutes exactly. Yeah.
No, see, I don't run. I don't run. I will ride a bike in a minute. I did some walking though. Not this past year. Raised roughly about $2 million.
Okay.
American Heart Association.
All right.
It was a good event. Partnered with Johns Hopkins, and had a good team. So that was the Living a Rich Life, the good health section of the team. So it was good. All right, so we're gonna. I've been told by the engineer we're gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna have a rich life moment in time, and you might be wondering what it is, but you'll see when we be right back. All right, Living a Rich Life talk show featuring Tami and Troy Horton-Jones here at BeExposedRadio.com. We'll be right back. Yeah.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the Black by Demand radio show.
Control. They said she wouldn't, so they didn't know if she had a weapon. So it's just a mess. So yeah, you do have to have these discussions with your children.
You do, and you have to make them aware of that there is an enemy out there. Every time the police pull you over, or every time you have an interaction with the police as a black person, you are at risk of being in front of your enemy. Hopefully, it's not a police officer that wants to demonstrate that he's your enemy, but we all see it's a high probability of that being the case. So if we're not talking to our children do not have the coping mechanisms to deal with these type of intense situations. What they're going to do is what most of us do as black people, me and anyone else, which is become emotional. And that is the trigger point for the police. They know that black people are emotional people. So when they arrive on the scene, they are purposely trying to say and do things to you to get your emotions up, right? And then once they get your emotions up, then it's like, oh, that's what we needed. Now we're going to kick your ass. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. You know, so I'm saying we need to have these discussions with our children, you know, and make them understand in this day and age, and it's every day and age really, but we'll just say this day and age for the sake of it being so prevalent on social media, like you have to understand what you're getting yourself into. And I think a lot of us as black people are just scared to still tell our children that there are a group of people out here that are your enemies.
Join us every Monday at 12 noon for Black by Demand radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Whatever happened to the times when we cared for one another? We shared the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Why would you treat yourself like that? We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Don't lose yourself, stay on track. Baby, you're a god. Baby, you're a god. Believe that. Full of the things that we've overcome. Full of unspoken battles we've won. You're so much better than that. Sometimes the truth ain't always catchy as rap. Stop chasing cheese or you get stuck in a trap. Go get your crown and never render it back. No, it's blasphemy. yourself like that. Stop all that blasphemy. We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. You're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. Believe that. You're way too gifted to stop and listen. It's condescending, not to mention all of our ignorance is their permission to. I know you like to turn up like that, with a drink to pull up like that. Well, baby, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Just make sure the God in you stays where it's at. You're the rising sun of a new day begun. Grind on till victory's won. I pray you do your thing till earth and heaven ring. Just don't forget where you come from.
You know, let me talk to him. Oh, you ain't heard it before? That spirit you take for granted is the God of your soul. It's a price that you owe. It can never be owned. So for this valued dollar, it can never be sold. We were kings and queens in the motherland. Problem is we shouldn't have spared the rod or the father's hand. Yo, where the fathers at? Kids raising kids. So basically they never really raised but more assisted. Thrown to the system for criminal definition instead of dreaming for better and taking care of your business. I promise. We've been guys from the crib. Thing is, you can call a king a slave if he don't know who he is. Man, it's blasphemy.
Why would you treat yourself like that? Stop all that blasphemy. We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. You're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. God, God, God. Baby, you're a god. Believe that.
You're now listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artist Exchange Show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive. Next stop, Texaco. Strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go. Chose by another nigga, bitch, damn. This chopper got 50 round clip. So this Molly and the syrup got me geeking, shorty. Ain't know I popped them Xannies, had them sleeping on me. Love in a hood full of hate. Pray to God that he open up them gates. Rest in peace to Freddie Gray and Lil Scooter. Putting on for our city, watch his door. Next stop, Texaco. Strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, welcome back to Living a Rich Life talk show featuring Tami and Troy Horton-Jones, timeless events, and we've been having some pretty good discussion. We've talked about Queen Excellence, a New Year's Eve event. Make sure you get your tickets, Eventbrite, right?
Yeah. Eventbrite,
You can follow them on Instagram, and tell them your Instagram again.
That is timeless_T Jones. That is TJONEZ Jones.
Okay. No, so as I mentioned, something I call a rich life moment in time, right? So
yeah, let's get to it.
Your events are about building memories.
Yes.
And my show is about change and building memories also. So I'm going to take a quick step. And what I like to do is, I've had some heavy hitters that have been on my show. And I generally like to get your John Hancock.
Ooh,
so this is, again, the rich life moment in time where I capture your signatures here. So when you get big and real big, let's say that, when you get real big. So feel free to give me your ladies first, right? Anywhere. Give me a John Hancock, your Jane
Anything
Hancock.
on here?
Yeah. Anywhere you want this space.
All
right.
Okay.
You can do whatever you do whatever you want there. All right.
Okay.
So while she's doing that, Troy, so you can tell us more about what really keeps you going, just in terms of things get rough when it comes to planning these events out here. Because again, not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
Right. So tell us what keeps you going when things get challenging.
Knowing that it is something better out there. Knowing that I'm not just doing it for myself, I'm doing it for others as well. I just want to show like the next generation coming up that we can do things. Like we can, like I said before, ownership. We can own things. We can have our own business. You can start, like one thing I always think about is my niece. She's 13 now. I remember when she was, when she was first born. And I just want to show her, like, just keep pushing. You can fight for your dreams. You can do what you want to do. And that's all I want to do. I just want to show people that you can go after your dreams. I tell people that all the time. Like, I make posts on Instagram and stuff. It's always about fighting for what you want to do. I always go out and I support people. I support black businesses a lot. Like, I'll see someone has like a startup or like a pop-up restaurant they want to do. I go out, I make sure I go out and support. I tell them who I am, and I was like, I follow you on Instagram. I help share all their stuff they do. Like one of my favorite vegan spots is not too far from here, Refocus.
Oh yeah,
I remember they first
shout out to
Refocus. I go there all the time, and I remember the other day the guy was like, he said, "Hey, what is your Instagram?" I was like, Timeless. I told him my Instagram, and he was like, "You always share all stuff all the time." I was like, "I know." I was like, "I love what you guys do, especially when you do it right. When you do it right, you work hard, and I just want to support you. I want to see you thrive." So that's what keeps me going.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Is there anything that you would do differently? Tami, you writing you writing over there?
She writing her essay.
No, I love it. I look
it's
at
cool.
it.
I'm just gonna sign on them.
Right? You let her take the lead. Right. So, is there anyone in particular that has influenced you in terms of when it comes to event planning? Just in general, life. Who has influenced your life?
It has influenced me generally. I would say my mother.
Okay.
I would definitely say my mother. My mother worked very hard. She's a single mom, 3 kids, and I remember just like hearing stories from other people about how she even went to college with 3 kids, being a single mom, and she would take me as a baby to her college classes and have me in the back room studying and stuff like that, and still have me with her. So definitely. Came from Section 8 to owning her own house, so it's definitely a big influence in my life.
Okay. Tami?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
General influence for you.
Did you sign your name?
I did all that. I'm like really big. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got signed.
Sign right under.
There you go. Oh, it's your family. Okay. Yes. Rich life moment in time. Let me see here. I generally, I like that. No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Thanks so much for having us on the show. It was great. I love the aspect of the show. Change is great. Tami and Troy, Timeless Events Entertainment. Okay. You know what you're doing.
I try.
Okay. Nice. I love it. So we're going to take a quick break. I have a special featured guest that's going to join the show. I'm excited to get him here on the show.
Okay.
An actor, just amazing in so many ways. Yeah, y'all welcome to hang out.
Okay.
I would enjoy that.
Okay.
And then we're just going to shift it. So we'll be right back. We have a special guest coming on the show. I'm excited. Again, thank you both for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Timeless Events Entertainment.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And what's the? Give us the phrase as we go to break. Today's
moments are tomorrow's memories.
Okay, show you right. Living a Rich Life talk show, BeExposedRadio.com. We'll be right back with our special guest.
Thought you gonna have my money today.
Man, it is what it is.
Then last week you told me your wife was cooking.
Man, it is what it is.
Then again, I don't think I want your wife cooking because you don't like it.
Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio. It is what it is. 9/11.
Are they ready to? I know they're not ready to accept it, but yeah, exactly. That's my whole thing. Like, how many of them are really ready to think about it like that?
None.
You know, like
I think the problem is
like
I don't even know how we got here, but it's inbred.
Mm-hmm.
You're not born to hate people. You're not born to distinguish between black and white and Asian and Hispanic. That's something that you're taught. You're taught. Point blank, period.
Straight up.
My daughter came home and told me that her white teacher was black. Maybe it's because it's how she treated her. She don't see any color. But when it comes to all her friends, all her friends are mixed. All of her friends have a white parent, black, African, Hispanic, other parent.
So
children don't see color. You breed your children. Not breed.
Right.
You raise your children to see that.
Yeah, most definitely.
They don't see racism.
Well, I guess
I met a little girl who had a black doll, and she said because the black dolls are prettier than the white dolls. But then I've taken a black doll and a white doll and put it in front of two kids. And it's a study that they've done before. You put it in front of two kids, and you put it in front of a kid, and you ask them which one is the nice one.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9 a.m.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'm gonna show these niggas what to do with one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way.
Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen. Windows closed in the house, it ain't no CNN. Can't gain weight for years, she been being thin. Single mother, no help from the system. When they was giving out food stamps, she missed them. Birth certificate, baby daddy, she couldn't list them. But her son was so beautiful when she kissed him. Blame it on love, but nigga she could've died with. Destroyed the whole world and found out she was a side chick. The nigga loved his wife and it got hard to hide it. So when Gwen confronted him, he ain't even denied it. Her fault, depends on who you asking. She tried to be a stripper, but the
Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, is getting that.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Living a Rich Life talk show here on BeExposedRadio.com. So I have a special appearance guest here today. He is a model, an actor, stage play performer, and even a game show host. Some of his notable productions include Rent, A Chorus Line, Almost, and most recently, the Blue Man Group. You should have seen him last night on CBS, the CBS show FBI. So again, last night he was on the new sitcom the episode of FBI, and I gotta say, he was phenomenal. Please welcome SAG actor Mr. Fitzgerald.
Thank you.
My man.
Pleasure to be here.
First, I appreciate you taking the time to come, because I know I seen you on crutches, coming in on crutches.
Yeah.
You know, so I appreciate that. So first and foremost, tell us who is Mr. Fitzgerald.
Mr. Fitzgerald. I'm an actor, like you said. I try to dabble in a little bit of everything, so I do a lot of hosting, and it goes from game shows to private parties and big events. So I try to do a little hosting. Do a little modeling. I don't do as much modeling.
Yeah, because you're kind of tall.
Yeah, I think I got the look for it. I did some runway. I did like New York Fashion Week and stuff like that. And yeah. So I try to be as active as possible.
Okay.
So I just never try to put too many of my eggs all in one basket. Try to be like well versed and well rounded. So yeah, I've been doing this for about 8 years now.
Okay, 8 years. Yeah, so you're definitely multi-talented. I will say that. I've checked out your website. My team did a little research.
Okay.
And you have been at it for a while. Just again, some of the things I mentioned, which was not even all of them. I saw the episode yesterday of FBI. It was good.
You thought
it was better than good. And I encourage Tami and Troy. You got to check it out.
Please check that out.
You got to check it out, because it's definitely. I was like, oh, okay, and I just enjoyed it. I was like, oh, it was very believable.
Yeah.
Very
Thank you, man.
very believable. So when did you decide that you wanted to become an actor?
I made that choice back in when I was senior year of high school.
Okay.
I was pretty set on trying to play football and pursue that. And I had a couple people from the team like dared me to audition for the first play I did was Raisin in the Sun. Great classic play.
Classic.
That was the first thing I auditioned for. So they, a couple of guys from the team, they were like, "I dare you to audition." And the drama teacher at my high school, he found out through the grapevine that I could sing low key.
Right.
And he's like, I want you to be a part of something before you graduate. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll do this.
Okay.
I booked the role of Walter Lee Younger in that, and I even got some of the fellas from the team to get into the play with me, because I was like, y'all not making me do this by myself.
Right.
But ultimately, as soon as I got on stage that first opening night, I always had the work ethic, so I knew my script. I put that work in. But that opening night, when I stepped on stage, and then at the end of the play, you have, standing ovation, that moment was almost surreal. It was like, at some point I was like, this is literally kind of what I wanted to do. So going into college, I still tried to pursue the football thing. It didn't really work out as much as I, at the time, I wanted it to.
Right, okay.
So I just had this voice in the back of my head, conversing with God as well, please let me know what I need to be doing. And I was like, I'm just gonna take a risk. I went to school for theater.
Okay.
And I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna pursue it.
Nice. And I will have to say, so again, your latest work, which we saw yesterday, it wasn't a small part. To me, it wasn't a small part because I was watching it. He was in the beginning, you know, and I went to the restroom. I came back, he was still there. You know what I mean? So, and then, you know, to turn around, I don't want to spoil it or anything, but it really, I was like, oh, okay. You know, and what they don't know is, so I have a segment which I call a Rich Life Moment in Time.
Okay.
And we'll go back and talk about when we first, because I've known this young man when he was very small. He probably don't even remember. And then his mother good friends. But I have to say again that, and I've looked at some of your other work. I was like, okay, I see big things coming.
Okay.
It won't be from a lack of trying.
Okay.
I can tell you that. And so where you at now? You're living in New York?
I'm living in New York. I'm in Brooklyn, like right in between Bed-Stuy and Bushwick area.
Okay. Okay. So how would you describe your acting style? And I asked that question because, again, you've done plays, you've done, you know, TV now, you've hosted. I've always wanted to be a game show host, by the way. Okay. Right?
I think you got the voice in the very presentable, man.
Tell me, how would you describe your acting style?
My acting style, I would say, is very natural. I studied a form of acting called realism. And to a T, it's just pretty much trying to bring a little of yourself into everything that you do, every role that I do. But my main goal is to tell the message of the story, but make it believable. You know what I'm saying? So I prefer, when it comes to acting, I do like the realism, you know, natural, gritty, urban, styles of productions. So my acting style would be more on the realism, natural, you know, very straightforward, kind of narrow edge type of.
So in terms of roles, right? Are there any roles that you just won't?
No, there are some. I'd probably say my most challenging one was I did Rent, and I played a character called Tom Collins, and I had to play
Tom Collins. Isn't that a drink?
Yeah, it is a drink. It's a drink too. I like it.
See, the event plans, they know about drinking.
Okay, so they taking notes.
So that was challenging.
So my bad. It was challenging because I had to play, you know, a homosexual black male living in the 90s. You know, me and my partner at the time, we have AIDS. We get, you know, diagnosed with the AIDS.
I pulled that up. I pulled that up, and I was like, oh, okay.
And it was also a challenge because at the time I was in college. I was pretty young. I was 19, 20 maybe. And you know, me being a heterosexual male, my first instinct was like, you know what? Nah, I can't. I'm not trying to be touchy, grabby. And that was just my view. That was my personal view. Until I broke down the script, I watched a few other productions and saw, you know, different ways that he was being interpreted, and I was like, you know what, I can bring my own way to this, to the point where I don't have to necessarily, you know, feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's big.
And I definitely feel like jumping out of your comfort zone is when you test yourself on how real and how passionate you are about something.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I took it like that, and I made it the best thing I could do. You know. So
I saw that clip.
Oh, you did?
I did. I saw that clip. So
man. So when it comes to roles, like, you know, there's definitely an edge. But not even on that deep of a level. Like, I actually had my agent send me an audition for some production that they're working on currently, and they wanted me to audition for a rock star, and they wanted me to have like spikes in my hair and stuff, and that's just not like necessarily something that I was really fully interested in. So I was just like, you know, I'll just have to pass on that. But
so we're gonna take a quick break. All right, we're gonna come back. We're gonna play a game called Famous Movie Lines. So you're an actor, so we're gonna see you.
Should have done my research.
We'll be right back. Special guest appearance, Mr. Fitzgerald, Horton-Jones. Husband and wife duo, they still here. So we'll be right back. BeExposedRadio.com. Come back. Yeah, I saw that.
You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. So deeply wounded, but don't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. So you just sit there and you suffer in silence. Your pride won't let you just uncover your secret. Don't wanna look weak in your image, it ain't worth losing. So you just act as if it's nothing happening. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. Suicidal, depressed, but you won't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. You feel alone even though the people surround you. Popping pills every night even though you know they can't solve it. The emotional pain, it just seems way too heavy. Your mind is racing, wanna scream, somebody help me. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. These type of people sit right under our noses. We don't find out till we're on IG scrolling. We post a few memes, but then
there's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge. Yeah, you know, you may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Living a Rich Life Talk Show. Special guest appearance, Mr. Fitzgerald. We're here still with Timeless Events, so we're having some good conversation off the air. So we're gonna focus on you because again, I appreciate you being on the show. So famous movie lines, because again, we like to have fun. We played Either Or earlier with them.
Well, how was the Either Or?
Either Or was pretty good, right? I think they're gonna be talking about some stuff later. I didn't know that. So, but we're gonna talk some movie lines, and by all means, the first one we're gonna see if Mr. can handle, and then y'all welcome to join too as well. All right, so we'll start off easy. May the force be with you.
Star Wars.
Okay, all right. I'm the king of the world.
King of the world.
I'm the king of the world. What? No clue? 1997. Titanic.
Oh.
Titanic. You remember that's
when he's at the edge of the.
Yes, exactly.
He said that?
Yes.
Oh.
You watched it a lot.
I watched it a lot.
Yeah, go on. I can't believe it. Here's another easy one. I'll be back.
Oh, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger from the Terminator.
Yes. Okay. I got one especially for you.
Okay.
How about this one? All my life.
I had to fight.
Oh, goodness.
We was doing that the other day. I love Homo, but I kill him dead. Yeah, that's the purple, man. That's where my name comes from.
Alrighty, here we go. You can't handle the truth.
It's not Shawshank.
No.
Samuel L. Jackson. He's in that movie.
No. I know it sounded like I was yelling, but
Philadelphia?
No. So, A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men.
Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. What
was I thinking about?
Oh man, here we go. Here. I got one more for you. Bond, James Bond.
That's the name, man.
Dr. No, though. I know it's Dr. No. That's when he first broke it out. It's 1962. You probably wasn't thought of.
Oh, okay. You trying to get the specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Let's see if we can give you one more, and then we're gonna get back into this.
I bet. I gotta get this one.
Okay, here. This is for all the marble. We're gonna give one for each of y'all. All right.
Oh no.
How about this one? This one's gonna be. This for you, Tami. You is kind. You is smart. You is important.
That is the movie with Viola Davis.
Yes.
Emma Stone.
Yep.
Oh, I can't think of the name. What
I need some.
Come on, you got
The Help.
The Help.
The Help. Yeah. All right, this is for you, Troy. Hasta la vista, baby. What?
Is that Terminator?
Yeah, Terminator 2.
It's Terminator, yeah.
Okay.
Terminator 2. Judgment Day.
And then exactly. Yeah. And the last and final one for Mr. Our SAG actor. Say hello to my little friend.
Scarface.
Scarface. Al Pacino. All right.
Say hello to my little friend.
That was a classic. That was a classic. So let's talk about this, right? So you're acting, you're modeling. Do you enjoy one more than the other?
Oh yeah, acting for sure. That's my main passion. Yeah, like I said, I don't do as much modeling as I did when I first got to New York, because I wanted to just try to focus a little bit more on acting and getting more roles. But definitely still do it. I have an agent, for modeling as well that'll send me some stuff and
Yeah, we definitely see. So events. He hosts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Somebody got a good couple things under my belt, man.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. This thing.
That connection.
Get
your card. We get your info.
Definitely.
What kind of events do y'all specialize in, or is it just general kind of event?
The general different events. We do a little bit of everything.
Okay, word.
Absolutely. It gives you a time that you can do your DJ, you can hand over the mic. Right. We keep it all in the family. Everybody wins. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
He's an excellent host. But we'll talk. We'll talk about that.
And then at the end of the day, it's more black people working together.
Exactly. So again, I'm at this point in my life where we're not just talking. We're doing.
Right.
We're going to make sure we stay connected. So I asked you that. So in terms of areas improving, how do you feel there's areas that you can improve as an actor? And I got to tell you, I'm not brown nosing. I watched some of your stuff, and yesterday I was like, I'm telling you, on FBI, I was like, when y'all see it, you're gonna be like, he played that role.
Yeah.
How do you get into character?
I personally get into character. How do I get into character? I try to give myself, or not myself, I try to give whoever I'm portraying some kind of backstory.
Okay.
So that they can relate to. For instance, I'm not gonna give away too much, but on the show, I play this kid, and I'm angry. You saw how angry I was. When I was talking to the director, I'm asking him questions. I'm picking his brain a little bit to see how he wants it to portray, how he wants it to be portrayed.
Right.
And then for me, I'm putting in some backstory. I'm like, okay, he's angry. Maybe his parents aren't present in his life.
Right.
Maybe he has, some kind of mental illness. So I'll try to give my character some kind of backstory that I can find some kind of relation to. That way we can click and we can mold and become one.
Okay.
So that's usually how I would get into character, and just really studying the script, obviously.
Because again, I know you, and I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
That's when you.
And
know
also in high school too,
right.
It's believable, because high school you hot tempers. As soon as somebody says something, you're like, nah, you ready to fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, but as far as improving, there's always plenty of ways, to improve and to work on your craft. And for me, I think my biggest thing was because like I said, I studied theater. I did maybe 5-6 years plus of training.
Right. Okay.
But when you get to a point, you sometimes you will tell yourself I think I'm good. Let's get it started. But then you have to sit back and realize, there's a reason that it's a long process, because there's some more learning that you needed to do in order to make it happen. So
you definitely
for me, my biggest thing was just reading. You know, I needed to, you know, expand my vocabulary. I needed to, by reading, you also you see different perspectives of how people live and how people tell their own stories. So that helps me to find more characters that I can use, and it finds more ways that I can get into character, you know.
Okay, yeah. So we definitely gonna. It won't be from a lack of trying, and all I ask is, I get some. You have that movie premiere, I get some free tickets.
Oh yeah, we'll be right in the front row.
No doubt. Yeah. All right. So, do you have a favorite actor or actress?
Yeah, my favorite actor, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah. My favorite movie is the main thing is because I don't know if you've seen Castaway.
Yes.
Yeah, man. When I saw that when I was young, and that really kind of sparked the whole acting bug for me.
Okay.
Because I think I always had some kind of like desire to do it.
Right.
But he's just phenomenal. A lot of the films that he does, you'll see he's like literally maybe the only person in the movie, you know, and he's really kind of isolated. So if you can carry like Castaway, he's literally on an island by himself, and as he characterizes a volleyball to the point where he loses the volleyball, and you actually feel bad for the people. It takes somebody super talented to be able to access that. You know what I'm saying? For him to actually have my attention the entire 2 hours of the movie, and he's literally the only actor on screen. It's something that not a lot of people can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that makes sense. So I will say that I think and believe that you're in good company in terms of the direction, right? Because when I think about it, Tom Hanks is a phenomenal actor. You know, someone that you sound like you're very impressed with his work. Will Smith.
Will Smith is another icon of mine. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's similar. He had a similar where it was him and a dog.
Right.
In
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And I can see, just looking at some of your clips and looking at some of your work, I think you're well on your way of.
Thank you, man.
Kind of doing it. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to what's next. We have to take a quick break. All right. And I don't like to say we got to pay some bills, but we got to pay some bills. We'll be right back. More Living a Rich Life here with Mr. Fitzgerald, special guest. We got the Horton-Jones family, Timeless Events Entertainment. We'll be right back. More BeExposedRadio.com. Come back. Nice.
This unknown to find who we really are. Crash into something new and take a break from our broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, try not to say too much. Let your love come down. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move, don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough, show enough, she couldn't. It's all for me, oh no, she couldn't. It's all for me. Touching hands till we dance in the dark, show enough, she couldn't. It's all for me. We do whatever we like. It's all for me, oh no, she couldn't.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Living a Rich Life talk show here on BeExposedRadio.com. Like I said, we're having some good conversation offline, and by all means, if y'all have questions for Mr. Just because we all winning right now. We all winning. That's how I look at it. So let me ask a question. As an actor, sometimes you gotta do things at the split of the moment. I should have had a script ready for you. I got some folks in the industry. I should have put a script. But is it hard to, like right on cue? If I say, hey, I need you to cry or get emotional, you can do that just like that?
Yeah. I mean, it would take a little time. It's not like.
Yeah, I don't mean like boom, you just.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like I'd probably ask if it's like a director, like, hey, can we have you cry for this scene? I'll be like, yeah, can you give me like 5 minutes to get into the character, look over the script, and you know, I'll make it happen within that time frame. But you know, as soon as the camera starts rolling, there'll be some tears on there. Best believe that.
See, that's a talent.
That is.
That one, because I'll be like, I take this water.
Your face, little eye drops.
You'd be surprised how many times they do that on set too, though.
Yeah?
They do that, yeah, if they need to, you know. But it's better if you can have somebody that can access that quick, because then it's believable.
Okay, right. So let me ask a question. Out of all the roles that you have played in the past, do you have a favorite?
Honestly, my favorite was probably playing Walter Lee Younger in Raisin in the Sun. My first time on stage. It was just a different experience that I had never really been able to, you know, have the advantage of doing, you know. So that first time of me being on stage in front of an audience, getting my first applause, standing ovation, you know, being nominated for like local awards and stuff, you know, that experience was just like, that's what really changed my life. Like, that's really what led me to this path, you know. So my first time being on stage was dope. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's right.
So that's probably my favorite that I've done.
Okay. So how do you balance work and personal life, right? So let me ask a question. You know, sometimes, see, these folks is married.
Yeah.
So are you dating?
Right now I'm chilling. I was actually in a relationship recently for, you know, a good amount of time, and it didn't really work out. So
okay, these things happen. But I can imagine, you know, acting, modeling, and you know, Broadway shows. It has to keep you busy, right?
It is difficult too, and you know, it sometimes it depends on the kind of person you are. Sometimes it's easier for people to find somebody that's in the acting industry or something like that too. That way they know their hustle. Sometimes it's like you want somebody that's outside of it, you know, because I've dated people that are actors, and you know, they're like, there's a lot of drama, you know, when it's not necessary. But as far as balancing my personal life and my work life, yeah, I mean, I've done it for so long to where I can actually have my schedule, you know, the way I'd like it to be. You know, I'm not doing no 9 to 5. I'm not really working on somebody else's dime. Yeah, I just find pleasure in what I do. So I make that my priority, but then if I'm not on set or something like that, I'll make sure I have time to myself. I'm a faithful man, so I try to go to church on Sundays. I try to put that in my routine. I take care of my health and working. I mean, I can't really work out right now. Right. But you know, once I'm back healthy, you know, I'll make sure I do that as well.
That's part of living a rich life. Good health.
Yeah, for sure.
No doubt. So, what does the future look like for Mr. Fitzgerald? So, you acting, you know, again, modeling there, but any books in the work, anything in the back of your mind thinking? Because I know something's going on back there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know necessarily about a book yet.
Okay.
But I mean, as far as the future holds, I got a movie under my belt for 2020 coming around August. I'm working on a few commercials at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
My manager, she's great, so you know, I'm consistently auditioning and stuff like that.
Right.
I think, you know, for the future for me, as far as, you know, next year, not necessarily super long term, is to just be consistently working. But as far as long term, you know, I'd like to eventually start teaching once I've, you know, established myself and gotten more things on my resume. Maybe even starting my own acting school.
Teaching your craft. I think no matter what you do, that's a lot of folks sometimes do that, right?
Right. Yeah.
Come to a point where, hey, you know, well, I can't remember what movie it was, but I just remember Stella.
Oh.
That was part of a teaching. Look, I wanted to be an actor. No, but real talk. I think, you know, generally folks, you know, when they really good at their craft, they share that with someone, and eventually, again, kind of just keep the dollars coming in.
Yeah. And I think I naturally have some kind of, I don't want to say talent for it, but I'll naturally find, like, I've been in rehearsals and I've done stuff with scene partners where and it's not for me to be like criticizing, but I'll be constructive if that makes any sense. So I'm like sitting down with my scene partner, and I'm like, look, I think it's best if we could approach it from this, or maybe we could try this. I'm gonna have ideas in the back of my head, you know what I'm saying? And I've been on set too with the directors, and they're like, we see some kind of leader in you, like you already can see, you know, we can already see like you teaching and you doing this kind of stuff, because I'm so passionate, you know.
Director, because that's what they do, right? Directors, they kind of guide and produce.
Yeah, no, the directors, I mean, they take control of the action and the dialogue that's in the thing, and then the producer pretty much oversees the entire project.
Okay, right.
They're not even looking at only the actors. They're looking at the actors. They're seeing what's being said. They're looking at the set. They're looking at can we have this come down when he says this line? You know what I'm saying? So
Gotcha.
they oversee all the
so that's you blunt, right? See, that's all
Yeah.
right. So you see how, to me, again, it's kind of how all things connect, right?
Yeah.
Actors into event planners. It's an event, right? And people want to come out and see. They want to have a good time. They want to come out and want to see you do your thing. Like, that's believable. He was good because I've seen some bad acting. I think we've all seen some bad acting.
It's a lot. It's a disease.
He says it's a disease, but ultimately, I think again, it's a craft, and you can always get better. You can always change. I think, because I've seen some folks, from singing perspective, they come out, they're not the best, but then they get better. They practice.
It's all about how bad you want it.
Yeah. It's a passion-based thing.
Yeah. So I assume this is what you're passionate about.
Of course. And like I said, a couple of other things that I do, like hosting. Like I'm passionate about hosting as well. I've had some good opportunities to host and work with some really good people. I've done plenty of events, so I just like that kind of realm. I feel like, especially as black creatives, we have some kind of art to take control and really run things. You know what I'm saying? People listen to us. We really like kind of like the trendsetters. You know what I'm saying? We trendsetters. So with that being said, I feel like this is the best time for us to show how passionate we are about these things and take full advantage and and succeed on those levels.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. And we will definitely continue to kind of make sure that happens, just from an overall standpoint. I do want to ask, because I had a question for you two, and then Mr. If you could kind of piggyback on it, because you mentioned you want to teach. So right now, if you had, and as event planners, as an actor, if you had an unlimited amount of resources, what would you do with that? Well, you two first. Think about it. Yeah, I didn't even plan that. That was off the cuff, right?
You said it ain't in the script.
Just like an event, some things happen, right? Boom. You have an unlimited amount of resources, right? What does that look like for Timeless Events Entertainment?
Branching out more, maybe having people work under us, other DJs and event planners. Maybe teaching a course.
Like he said, teaching is all about creating opportunity for the next wave.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta give back. Greatest quote that I like to live by: be the person that, be the adult that you needed as a child, basically. So, reaching out to those kids, because there's people that don't have the outlet. Like I told you earlier, I had my uncle that would teach me how to DJ. It's people that want to do stuff that don't have that outlet.
Right.
So going out, finding those people and bringing them with you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. To you, unlimited resources, right?
No, I mean, piggyback off of that, same thing. It's really for the youth. It's for the generations to come. You have to create your own kind of legacy.
Right.
So definitely, probably if I had the unlimited amount of resources, I would definitely create my own school.
Okay.
Strictly for acting. Or no, it would be for the arts. I would say for the arts, and that'll include dance, music.
Can you dance?
No.
We can find someone that can.
That's not on the list.
But I heard you can sing.
I can sing, yeah. So, like I said, it'll be like a school for all of the arts, and not even performing arts. It could be for design. It could be for I don't know if you heard of SCAD. Savannah College of Art and Design.
Okay.
But it's in Atlanta. They have a Savannah campus and an Atlanta campus in Georgia.
Okay.
And I like that kind of school that they have because they have all forms of art. So there's sculpture, there's design, there's acting, there's music, you know what I'm saying? So it just creates that outlet for, for people that need it, you know? So I would definitely go about that route, and then I would put my own movie together for sure too. Definitely,
that's right.
Definitely try to do the director, actor.
Tyler Perry.
Right.
That's the goal. Because now
he did everything.
And now you see where he's at, and he is at a place where he has unlimited resources. Let's say a good amount of resources, and he created his own soundstage, his own studio, so he can do literally whatever he wants to from that standpoint. TV shows, movies, plays, schooling, classes, everything.
All that good stuff. Yeah. That's what's up. Me myself, I don't know. That's why I'm not.
You don't know what you would do? You gotta answer it.
Interview you.
So I think an unlimited amount of resources. Definitely from a standpoint, I definitely like to expand my brand. Because again, it's to me. This show, it's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle.
Right.
Right. So I would definitely I would just stretch out more. Right. So whatever that looks like, in all those 6 elements, I'll be more active in doing health. I mean, I got a lot of friends. I would put them on. Right. For each element, it just be a matter of expanding, getting folks to believe and understand that folks do change, because folks can change. I mean, my story is an amazing one. I was on a podcast with Bourbon and Boy Shorts, and I gave a little bit of my testimony, which again led me to having this show. So ultimately, I would push the fact that but some people don't believe that you can change, which is fine. Then it's just time, right? You gotta show me. Right. You're not doing the same old thing. That's fact. That's fact. So, an unlimited amount of resources. Shoot, I pay some bills though, too.
Yeah, definitely.
First thing first. If you want to break it down, get paid first. Right. I do want to add something to it. I don't know if you have time.
No, yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I also want to add to my philanthropy as well, because I do like to be in touch with some kind of sort of giving back.
Absolutely.
So if I did have that
of living a rich life is philanthropy.
Yes. So if I did have that unlimited resources, I would share as much as possible. Give back. I want to go straight into inner cities. I want to take care of what needs to be taken care of. So I would find some way to create my own foundation. And utilize those resources that I do have to provide it to people that don't have it. And I feel like just doing it out of spite. I feel like a lot of people will represent their philanthropy, but it's like you have to do this in order to qualify for the. And then I'm just just get back. These people need everything. So
that's a good point. You gotta have a giving heart, and it's the giving time, right?
Yes.
So in terms of, because it is holiday time, you ready for the holidays?
I'm ready. Yeah, I smell the plate right now.
Waiting for me. You say you smell the plate. Okay. So you cooking?
Yeah.
That'll be enough.
No.
We planned it out. We had planned it out for me to cook, and then I don't really know. It just kind of. We will find out. But I'm nice in the kitchen, so if I need to step in and take something,
I thought I read that somewhere.
Yeah, that's probably one of my things I like to do. No,
cook.
That's like my favorite thing to do, though.
It's cook. Yeah. Okay, all right. Did y'all tell me your favorite things? I don't.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we said hiking, cook. We didn't say cooking.
I don't mind
cooking. I love to cook. Love to cook. Like I said, we're vegan, so I like to introduce my family to vegan meals.
Yeah.
One thing I'm cooking for tomorrow's Thanksgiving dinner, we're doing vegan oxtail.
Ooh.
Yeah. So.
And write some things.
How would you do that?
How do you do that? Basically, it's mushroom based. You take the mushroom. They use king oyster mushroom. And you shred it, and so it gives like a meaty texture when you cook it up. And then you take it and you roll it up and you freeze it. So then when you go to so it sticks all together. So you do the king oyster mushroom, you do some onions in there, some garlic, and you season it up. And then when you freeze it, you chop it up like into little slices, and then you fry it like that, and it cooks up like meat.
Oh wow! I might have to write that down.
I can see Timeless Events catering.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that's gotta be a problem.
We're also doing if we get to the store in time, some vegan jerk wings.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop by y'all's crib.
So we're gonna make a quick stop though. We're gonna make a stop. I got another event I have to be to, but we're gonna make a stop. Hopefully y'all have some time.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make a stop. A buddy of mine. Shout out to Montego Bar and Grill. We're gonna make a stop there. You know, Tom Collins. We're gonna do something.
Collins.
I'm sure he can whip up something vegan. I don't know, but
he can do something.
You know, I'm sure he's good. He's a good guy. He owns a spot, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna feed y'all a little something.
Word.
So this is a holiday time. So tell me, what's your favorite holiday? Favorite holiday? It's holiday time.
Yeah, I think.
What's your favorite holiday?
I think Thanksgiving is probably
Thanksgiving.
For sure.
I feel like sometimes Christmas gets a little
commercial.
I'm saying
say that.
We talked about this earlier though, man. Folks is opening 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, for the Black Friday.
Christmas though, so that's why I'm like.
You talking about for Black Friday?
Yeah. They starting on 6. You remember? Well, maybe you don't remember, but I remember when again we talked about this. The stores were closed. Please, on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
it used to be closed all day.
I didn't know that. This is new information. I didn't know they was opening tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
People got
for
to
Black
work.
Friday sale.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I don't understand it.
I was always hip to the Cyber Monday though. If I can sit at the crib and go online and order some stuff, that takes away the whole dangerous side of Black Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, you see we talking about that? Yeah, you're lying. Black Friday it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, one of my favorite times, one of my favorite segments of the show is Rich Life Moment in Time. So we're going to come right back. More Living a Rich Life talk show here on BeExposedRadio.com. We'll be right back. Mr. Fitzgerald. Timeless entertainment, timeless events entertainment. I will tear from me. We'll be right back.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you see. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. What you up to, just go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how I really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen it's less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving
Listen to this flashback of Skyline Radio Show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure. It's the sex assaults that people actually put out there. There are physical assaults, and there are mental assaults and emotional assaults. And what I like to remind individuals that any aggressive behavior towards anyone that is unwanted and unwarranted in an individual asks you to stop. Let's stop there. Stop.
And they should be respecting that.
Respecting that and respecting yourself, because when you're able to respect another person, you're able to respect yourself. And the way that you're able to show that respect is that you know that you have a gift and you know you're uniquely made and that you matter, and then you also acknowledge that the next person beside you matters as well.
Right.
You know, and we lose that sometimes. Bullying is a behavior that underestimates the lives and legacy of you. I'm sure when they was bullying me, and I'm sure when they was bullying you, they didn't understand who you're going to become later on. I didn't know.
Right, because I'm popping. I can't pop. All right.
Let me tell you, all those people who felt like they wanted to say whatever to me, look at me now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Living a Rich Life Talk Show. So this last segment of the show, which again I want to thank you all for being on the show. That's first and foremost. Again, it's my favorite time of the show because it's we call it a rich life moment in time where, you know, I don't know if this is your first autograph, but I'm sure it won't be your last. Okay. So feel free to provide anywhere you want within space your signature. You see I'm running out of room.
Yeah, you got a lot of signatures on this joint.
Yeah, we got a couple of heavy hitters on there too.
Okay.
Yeah. Got Timeless Events Entertainment. They walked into my life. Oh, and you a lefty?
Yeah.
Wow. Lefties do great things.
I mean,
lefties
we on the way.
Lefties do great things. You got anywhere you want. Anywhere you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign right here.
Okay. Yep. Anywhere you want. And why you doing that? So Troy, you had a question for Mister, right?
Yeah, Mister. I just wanted to know, like, what would be your dream role? What did you look forward to doing?
My dream role, it wouldn't necessarily be like a specific character.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to tell some kind of maybe in a movie form. I'd love to tell some kind of story of maybe like a success story. Just using what I've actually been through, my personal experiences, maybe coming from something where I'm in a place of not having anything, to working and reaching some kind of goal. And that could be in any form. It could be like a sports movie, or maybe it's a financial or some kind of corporate, anything, but I just want to tell some kind of...
So something where you can truly incorporate yourself into the role.
Exactly, because not only would it be special for me to share that experience in expressing myself, but also I feel like I could utilize that opportunity and that platform to influence somebody else that may watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that are in that situation, trying to get to a goal or trying to get to a checkpoint, and they're figuring out what moves they need to make in order to have the access to it or get the resources, So I feel like that kind of role specifically would allow me to show my strength, and it'll also send a message to people watching at the same time.
Yeah, I think we all got a story to tell.
For sure,
right? We all got a story to tell. I recently, one of my good friends, fraternity brothers, he shared his story, and it was amazing. He shared it personally. Butterman used to play on 92Q, and he shared his story, which I'm sure he doesn't mind me sharing because he shared it publicly on Facebook. But we all got a story. You never know what someone is going through, right? And being able to tell your testament, be able to move and grow from that. But if you keep doing the same old shit, you're gonna get the same results. So really understanding that, and sometimes it takes longer for others, but I wanted to kind of just put that out there.
Yeah.
So being able to tell your story, I can dig it. I can definitely dig it. So it's been fun. It's definitely been fun. What else? What you want to ask Mr. anything? We're gonna make sure that you're able to connect, right?
Sure.
Oh yeah. We're definitely gonna trade info.
Yes, please.
Let's
a lot of work in the future.
Let's make so. How can folks stay in contact with you? What's your social?
Yeah. So
tag?
people, they my Instagram is at Mr. Fitz _. So it's at MRFITZ _ Mr. Fitz _. Also, my fan page on Facebook is Mr. Fitzgerald. My first and last name, Mr. Fitzgerald. I'm not really active on Twitter, so I don't really use that.
Yeah.
And then I also have a YouTube channel, which is just my Mr. Fitzgerald name, that I'm going to start putting more of my work on as well.
Okay.
So that's how y'all can stay in touch with me.
All right, good deal. So before we end, it is Thanksgiving time, so it's only fitting and proper that I like to go around and say, hey, what's everyone thankful for? Ladies first. You're my.
Go ahead. Spotlight on me. Thankful for being alive and being healthy and being able to have a warm bed to sleep in. So a lot of people do not have that.
Yes.
Being able to eat, and I'm just thankful for normal things that people don't appreciate in life. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Troy.
Very thankful to finally be in a position where I am able to help others. Thankful for you.
Oh, thank you.
That's cute. Always thankful for
like,
you.
babe, where you at?
And I'm just thankful for good family, good friends.
Okay. Again, you're the special appearance. I'm gonna let you go last. I'm gonna let you go last. That's a switch. That's a switch, right? Because normally I'm not the host. I go last. But hey, it's okay. We all winning. So I gotta say I'm thankful first and foremost for having the opportunity to do this show, to have the platform. I'm thankful for my friends and my family, even the ones that I haven't been talking to, but I still love them. I'm thankful for having the opportunity again to change and for folks seeing the changes in my life. So I appreciate those that have been there for me. And I appreciate those that are going to feed me tomorrow. That's a fact. I'm going to eat somewhere. right. I'm going to eat somewhere. You can believe that. I'm going to eat somewhere. Can't make it to New York. And I'm almost certain I ain't going to make it to... Tammy and I was talking. I was like, I don't think I'm going to make it to Mama. So, that's all right. Mister, what do you think?
I'm thankful for... I'm just thankful mainly for God.
Okay.
Just for His presence in my life. Giving me opportunities that I didn't think I would have.
Right.
I'm thankful for my family, the people that surround me, especially my mother, the hardest working person I've ever met in my life.
Okay.
Huge influence in my life. And obviously, without mom, none of this,
you ain't lying about
possibility.
that.
So I'm definitely thankful for her and my family as well. I'm thankful to be doing what I'm doing. I like to tell stories and express myself. So I'm thankful for just being able to, live the lifestyle that I live.
Okay. One of the things that we do is, real quick, what does living a rich life mean to you?
Growing, prospering, giving back.
Okay, see, sounds like the 6 elements right there. That's part of it. What does living a rich life mean to you?
Living a rich life is just being surrounded with good people. That's what I feel like.
Okay. What does living a rich life mean to you?
Living a rich life to me means being in tune with yourself and in tune with others.
Okay. You keep it simple. Yeah. You know my 6 elements. Again, I am your host, Rich James. It's been a wonderful and great show. I want you to tune in next week here on Living a Rich Life Talk Show. We will have one and only, because we're going to keep that theme going on with the holiday spirit. We have Tiffany, the event planner of Birds of Paradise. She's going to be here on BeExposedRadio.com next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Mr. Fitzgerald, thanks for coming from New York. I appreciate you.
It was a pleasure.
All right, Timeless Event Entertainment. We're going to take some pictures. We're going to have a cocktail or two. But we're going to go live a rich life. We'll be right back next week. Until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
All right.
7 o'clock right on the dot. I love it when the plan comes together.
Oh, that was 7 o'clock on the dot?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Control right there.
Beautiful. I appreciate y'all.
I thank you, man. I appreciate you.
All right. Did y'all whip out your phone? Oh, because you can tag them right now.
I'm literally doing it as we speak.
I'm going to the restroom. I'm bladder.
Oh, I don't know where the ladies' room is, but I'll assume it's somewhere.
What is
Oh, I probably should take this mic off.
Oh, yeah.